What is it with these big blocks and when they get near you, they start to have problems? It seems like a common theme.
They don't want to get beat by a 300
Because,
Coyote.
across the board, I mean, the whole thing with Sick Week was you versus Lutz.
Yeah.
And Lutz just could not keep that motor together.
Right.
And every time it's you versus Garrett, it always seems to be the big blocks that end up as the underdog somehow.
Right, yeah, like, and I felt like that a few times, like, with the World Cup rules, and it's like, at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, like, this car, like, it's a fast car, but, like, it's a 302 cubic inch cast block, cast head car with 83 millimeter turbos on it. Like, it's not a Pro 275 car, or it's not an aftermarket cast big block with 88s.
Yeah, it's from Ford. I mean, God, if people want to hear the freaking stock block debate,
right? Exactly.
God,
like it's
a OEM block. It's a from Ford factory block.
Right, or even
yes, it has sleeves.
Or even if it was billet, like it's a little engine compared to the big blocks, like a couple hundred cubic inches smaller. Most of those are 540 or so.
Yeah, and for the longest time it was stock crank until like
FL2K. Which is just like crazy. Like when you think back about that, like it still could be. Like if it never broke it, it would just need to be serviced more.
Yeah.
Like it's like it was making 2,800.
Do you so are you worried about the information that you've helped gather, like get to other people? Because you and Joe have helped. You've helped Joe, but Joe makes a business off of it. So he then, in turn, sells all of the R&D that you guys do together.
Yep.
But I guess he's paying you in a way for that R&D. So it's an interesting thing. You almost have to gatekeep your information, but also because it's being used. And I know Job is pretty secretive about some of the stuff that you guys do.
Right. Well, yeah. There's a line between staying competitive and just giving out all the answers. Like I know, it's kind of the norm now where people feel entitled to everyone should share everything about an engine program or their car because it's kind of how the internet is. And I like sharing most of the stuff. Like I've been pretty open with, most of my car and stuff just because it's just why I like the sport and why I like racing. It's the community. Like I want to see everyone succeed and go fast. And me and Joe's relationship, we're friends and he's builds the engines for me and he can grow his business. Like if we're in a relationship and I'm your friend, like I want to see you succeed more than myself. Or we can come up together in it. You get to, your business will grow and what I want to do grows. Like it's not about money to me at that point.
Absolutely. But I worry giving out too much information to people that are going to end up in the lane next to you at some point.
Yeah, well, I mean...
at some point it starts to get a fine line of you just, handed the guy the rope to hang you with.
Sure. Well, I mean, look at all the Coyote cars coming out now, or all the cars. Everyone's on twins now. Everyone's got a lockup now. Mostly the same turbos, same oil pump. And why wouldn't you if I, follow the recipe?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be silly to be well, I don't want to copy him, so I'm going to do something unique.
Right,
But then at the same time, the stuff that you do with your transmission is probably the most unique kind of secret, I would think, with your car, where even if people listen to it and they understand what's going on, to replicate it is a whole different world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're probably going to break a couple cranks trying to replicate it or spin the motor backwards.
Yeah, a lot of things can go wrong. And the thing is, it's new to a lot of people, or it sounds new, but it isn't new. It's new to what we're doing, but people have done it in a lot of different racing applications before.
Yeah.
It's just you're not I think me and Doug were talking about that today, YouTube stuff. You don't see LDR guys, X275 guys. These guys don't have YouTube channels showing the race program or what they're doing. Those guys are in tight competition. More than likely, the owner of the car doesn't need to make a living off of YouTube, so he really has no business making videos unless he just wanted to.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing really in it for him at that point.
Absolutely.
So, they're already doing more things than what, maybe I'm doing with my car, and those cars get them as fast as they are.
So, you talk to somebody like Stevie Fast, of course, who obviously is now pretty well a part of, your program, I would say. Not your program, but like your circle a lot more now.
Sure, yeah.
Because his motion connection.
Right.
And he's that like 3 levels up, I would say. So you could probably gain some stuff there, what he's already doing.
Yeah, like it's just, and that's kind of what I've always done with my car. Like it's, you know, to get faster, you need to look at cars that are faster. Like you get inspiration, like you go to the races. Like I remember the first time like going to Snowbirds and like seeing those cars, like I'd just walk the pits and like look at how they do their headers or where their sensors are located. And, you know, it's just like downloading all of that. Like more than likely there's a reason for all of it. Like you go to the, you know, you look at all of the really fast cars and you can see a lot of things, or you watch the team work on the car and then just apply it to your smaller version of that. And then, you know, it's going to lead you down to that road.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Bogetti Clips YouTube channel. For the full podcast, check us out on Bogetti Studios YouTube and all your audio platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the new Bogetti clips coming up.